Hey everyone, I'm Ahmed Usama. I'm an intern at the Sparks Foundation for Data Science and Business Analytics domain. Today I am going to show my work for Task 4, which is an exploratory data analysis of terrorism. Here we are going to show our code. Our objective is to find out the hot zone of terrorism as security analyst and derive any security issues or insights found by exploratory data analysis. Here we imported uh, our required libraries as NumPy and pandas and matplotlib for graphs. Then we read the dataset Global Terrorism as we uploaded on our host. Here we show the first 5 records of our dataset. Then we used the shape attribute of dataframe to show how many rows and columns are found in the dataset. Here we use the describe attribute to analyze statistics of numerical data and show how numbers will affect our graphs. And then we need to clean our data, so we check if there are any null values or duplicate values. Null values are very little among our data, so we will not remove any. Duplicate values, some are of 0. The number of columns was very large, so we reduced it to these columns, which I found more important than others. Here we renamed the data frame and used only those columns, which describe the country, the city, and the regions, and the number of kills or attacks that affect these cities. Here we have info for the data frame. Now we display the most repeated attacks at each column using index max. The region with the most attacks is Middle East and North Africa. The year with the most attack is 2014. Target most attacked are civilians with bombing and explosion types. Here we have the number of attacks among every year from 1970 to 2017. Here we begin in our data visualizations. We draw a bar chart of each year attacks, as we mentioned above, among the number of attacks for each year. As we can see here, the most number of attacks happened at 2014. The number of attacks increased in 2012 with a high range. It was close to each other from 1970 to 2011. Here we filled the null values found in kill and wound with 0, as we don't have a measure for it. Then we are showing the counts of each attack type. For example, bombing has the highest, as we mentioned above, 88,000 attack types, 88,000 counts. Then we are showing a cross tab of each attack type happened each year. As we mentioned, bombing had the highest and massively increased after 2010. They were all close to each other from 1970 to 2000. Here we are calculating the number of kills for each attack type. For example, armed assault caused 160,000 kills, bombing 157, assassination 2049, 24,000. We draw a bar chart of these attack types to show the most dangerous and the most causing deaths. Armed assault is the highest, followed by bombing. They are too close to each other. Of course, unarmed assault is the lowest. Now we are showing a scatter plot for each region among the years that has attack types. The scatter shows that Central Asia has not found any attacks from 1970 to 1990 and started to increase massively from 1990. In this bar chart, we showed each region and the number of attacks happened on it. As we mentioned, the Middle East and North Africa has the highest number of attacks, followed by South Asia. Here we show the target type and the counts of each one. The highest target type are the civilians, so private citizens and property is the most damaged. Here we made an horizontal orientation of each year and the region that happened that has an attack type. In 2014, we have the highest number of attacks happened in the Middle East and North Africa. In 2016 was the second most, also in North Africa and the Middle East region. We also can see that the number of attacks was very little from 1996 to 2005 and started to increase gradually from since. From 2012, it increased a lot until 2016. Here we are showing the highest countries that are attacked by terrorism. The highest country is Iraq, and followed by Pakistan. So Iraq and Pakistan could be considered the top hot zones of terrorism. The total number of people killed in terror attack are shown below by the sum of kill. Here we show each country and the number of killed people among these countries. In the following graphs, we are showing each 50 countries in a bar chart alone so that they can be seen clearly. We have Afghanistan of the top highest countries of the 50 indexed countries, followed by Colombia. But in the second 50, we have Iraq. So Iraq has more killed people than Afghanistan. Then we have Pakistan and Nigeria with more than 20,000 people killed. And lastly, we have Sri Lanka and Syria with more than 15,000 people killed. Please feel free to leave your suggestions and comments, and thank you.